Hugh Jackman's ex-wife, Deborra-Lee Furness, breaks her silence on Betrayal as their 27-year marriage officially ends. After nearly 3 decades of marriage, Deborra-Lee Furness is finally breaking her silence, and she's not holding back. In a raw and emotionally charged statement released on Tuesday, May 27th, the 69-year-old actress and producer opened up about the pain, personal growth, and emotional aftermath of her split from Hollywood's beloved Hugh Jackman. Their marriage, once seen as a rare gem in the turbulent world of celebrity romance, officially came to an end after 27 years, and Furness is now speaking publicly for the first time since filing for divorce. My heart and compassion goes out to everyone who has traversed the traumatic journey of betrayal, Furness told People in a statement that was first shared with the Daily Mail. With those few words, she pierced the veil of silence that had surrounded the couple's separation since their surprise announcement in September 2023. While she didn't name names or point fingers, her use of the word betrayal sent shockwaves through both fans and media outlets alike. From red carpets to reality, Hugh Jackman, 56, and Deborra-Lee Furness, 69, were once considered the golden couple of Hollywood. They met on the set of the Australian television show Corelli in 1995, and the chemistry was instant. They tied the knot just a year later, in April 1996, and went on to build a life full of shared adventures, parenting, philanthropy, and, seemingly, unshakable love. But as it turns out, even the most admired relationships aren't always as solid as they appear. After 27 years of marriage and raising 2 adopted children, son Oscar and daughter Ava, Furness and Jackman announced their decision to part ways. The initial statement was respectful, even warm. "We have been blessed to share almost 3 decades together as husband and wife in a wonderful, loving marriage. Our journey now is shifting, and we have decided to separate to pursue our individual growth." Still, whispers about what really went wrong continued to swirl. And now, Furness is offering a glimpse into the emotional undercurrents that led to the end of one of Hollywood's most admired unions. The wound beneath the glamour. In her statement, Furness didn't mince words when describing the emotional weight of the breakup. "It's a profound wound that cuts deep," she said, and for anyone who's ever experienced heartbreak, the depth of that phrase resonates far beyond the headlines. Yet amid the pain, there's a sense of grace and spiritual resilience. Furness reflected on her faith and inner strength, saying, "I believe in a higher power and that God, or the universe, whatever you relate to as your guidance, is always working for us." It's a sentiment that feels equal parts philosophical and empowering, especially coming from someone who's been thrust into the spotlight during one of the most emotionally turbulent periods of her life. She went on to explain that the collapse of her marriage, while deeply painful, also became a vessel for growth. "This belief has helped me navigate the breakdown of an almost 3-decade marriage," she said. "Even when we are presented with apparent adversity, it is leading us to our greatest good, our true purpose." For Furness, adversity seems to have birthed clarity. She described the healing process as a journey back to herself, a reconnection with her own integrity, values, and boundaries, calling it liberation and freedom. None of this is personal. Perhaps the most disarming part of Furness's statement was her refusal to assign blame. In a move that feels both intensely personal and universally relatable, she shared that she no longer sees heartbreak as a punishment, but rather as a path to self-discovery. "The one thing I've learned is that none of this is personal," she said. A new chapter begins. As the curtain falls on one of the entertainment world's longest-standing relationships, it's clear that both Furness and Jackman are stepping into new chapters of their lives. For Jackman, that might mean new projects, and potentially new relationships. For Furness, it seems to mean spiritual reflection, emotional healing, and perhaps most importantly, freedom. In a world obsessed with perfect love stories, The end of Hugh and Deborra-Lee's relationship serves as a reminder that even the most iconic romances can falter. But within that heartbreak, there's still beauty, there's growth, there's truth, and maybe, just maybe, that's the most powerful love story of all. Jetzt.